welcome back to the AM show. How you feeling, Z? Good?
Feeling good, feeling good.
Yeah. Whenever we're sitting down like this, you guys know it is about to be fun because that means we have a fantastic guest. And you guys know how, every so often we get to sit down with an artist whose journey is just as moving as the songs they sing. And our next guest, Nashville-based singer and songwriter Jenny Grace, is one of those artists. From enlisting in the Army at 18 to finding her voice through songwriting, Jenny has built a career on grit, heart, and authenticity. With hits like Lights of Our Hometown, and she has a brand new single, X Factor. She's quickly becoming a force in the industry. But before we welcome Jenny to the show live via Zoom, we're actually gonna give you just a taste of what she does best. Here she is performing.
We both have such different lives, and this distance seems so far away. And I don't really know you, but somehow it feels like I do. All that I can see is that you're always in my energy. One look from you, and my heart is on fire. I know I shouldn't, but sometimes I think about you and dream about you. Oh yeah, I know I couldn't tell you just what I'm feeling, so now I'm dreaming of you.
Woo! So without further ado, Jenny, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Good morning. You are so talented. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Are you joining us from Nashville?
Yes, I live a little bit south in Franklin, but
Okay.
yeah, it's a beautiful sunny morning in Tennessee.
Oh,
So,
there you go. Great morning to talk about music and to talk about all the things that you're doing. And that video that we just played, I mean, it is such a powerful snapshot of where you're at now. But before we dive into everything you're doing today, I just kind of want to kickstart this conversation by really just taking it back into, the beginning. Where did your early love for music first come from?
yeah, so I started really liking it when I was a kid. My parents were huge music fans. They listened to everything from Randy Travis to Dolly Parton to Led Zeppelin. And it was always on in the house. And when it was on, people were in a good mood. So I associated music with happiness and peace. And that's kind of why I did it,
I mean, that's a variety. That's Led Zeppelin, and also you have some country icons in there as well. So do you think that kind of has inspired, your current music?
Yes, that's really good insight that you have, because it does. You'll hear a lot of different elements. Also, being raised in the early 2000s, I have some R&B, I think, in some of my music too, because we all grew up with the R&B pop people and stuff, and I'm from the East Coast, so that was always on the radio, and it's kind of in my head. So.
That's awesome. Now, I mean, with so many influences, I think as a musician, you start off as a fan of music, but how did you begin to carve out your own lane and like your own sound?
Yeah, so I kind of just put my feelings to words and then played my guitar, and whatever came out sort of came out. And originally my stuff when I was in college, it was very folky. It was very like Joni Mitchell. It was kind of like not commercial. And then I developed it more just by playing with other musicians and playing in bands and stuff, would kind of like give me more stuff.
Do you pull most of your inspiration? Is it from your personal experience? I know sometimes it's a wide range, right? Maybe you have friend situations that you pull from, or just is it more so? Are these like journal entries? Are we getting when we're listening to your songs?
So I'm sorry, the music video is playing over you. I can't hear you. Okay, now I can hear you. Sorry, can you repeat your question? Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was curious about where you get your inspiration from your songs. Are these more so journal entries that we're getting when we're listening to your songs, or are you pulling from stories of your friends and things like that? Where are your songs coming from?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. So I'm like a Taylor Swift, where every breakup and everything that happens to me in my life, I write about. So yeah, it's not good.
I got you.
So you're pulling straight from the heart, right? Real experiences. And you think that's what makes your music just so universal, is that maybe a lot of people can relate to it?
Yeah, I mean, it's authentic, and of course, I can't tell everyone who's this about, and I keep things very, protect the subject's interest. But I think that makes you authentic to really talk about your experiences, because people feel it and they've gone through it, and then you can relate to people as well.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, that's some of the best music is when, somebody you've never met before, they're singing the story of your life. And you're like, wait a second, how do you know that about me? You don't know me. And how do you know about them, right? So it's all connected with I love. So obviously we know you sing, you play the guitar, but I've also seen you also play the piano. So which instrument did you pick up first, and and how many instruments do you play, I guess?
Yeah, so I started on guitar when I was 20. I was overseas in the desert, first time learning. And then kind of like in college, I picked up piano, and lately been playing some mandolin. So I don't know, I just kind of just like to pick up stuff here and there.
Wow, at 22, I mean, some folks, especially for me, trying to learn anything new in my 20s was very hard.
Yeah.
So learning that in your 20s, and you said you were overseas, is that because we do know that you enlisted when you were 18 into the military? Were you in the military, deployed at that time?
Yes, I was over there. By 20 years old, I was in Iraq all over, and the other countries. So there was downtime like there always is. And, kind of like every Sunday I would play the guitar. My dad shipped me a Takamine out there, and it really helped calm me down. And, playing the guitar, the vibrations are so healing. So it was great.
Oh, yeah.
How did your time in the military change, or completely, how is that related to your music, the music that you create, and how are they related?
Yeah, I think, dealing with the stress, kind of like PTSD, and everybody goes through it, whether you're a firefighter, a nurse, like you're going to have some sort of, issues, anxiety, things like that, just from what you see. Yeah. So I think the guitar just calmed my vibrations down. Like that's why they have music healing therapy, because instruments, singing, all that stuff, music writing can help with that sort of thing. And, it just really helped me shape who I am. It gave me confidence, because when you're in touch with who you are, your feelings, your experiences, you kind of reflect on it. It kind of makes you a stronger person rather than pushing down those emotions, right? So.
Yeah, and first of all, I just want to say thank you for your service, by the way. It's such a beautiful thing. What was there something that sparked inside of you at 18 that made you want to join the military?
Yes, so I had a lot of people in my family serve, and kind of just always believed in it. I always wanted to work for the FBI or like the government. I just always had a call to serve. I think we live in a great country, and we are the greatest country in the world, I think. And I just have a pride in the American military. I grew up, learning about it and everything. So.
Yeah, so you had the drive and the desire. Your family was a part of it to join. Okay, that's wonderful. And even now you're a veteran. You still do performances to help folks in the military, or folks who are also veterans as well. I know just last year you did perform for the PVA, which are the Paralyzed Veterans of America Foundation. It was such a beautiful moment, and I want to play that, and then you can tell us a little bit about the experience. So let's check it out. So beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit about that song?
Sure. So I grew up in Connecticut, and it's like kind of a beach town where I was living most of my life. And every summer we'd go out on the boat. We would have beaches in Branford area, Milford, Connecticut. And I met someone one summer that I really fell in love with. And unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, whenever I go back to that coastal scene, I think of him, and I think of that summer, and I feel like I'm young again. I'm like 17, and I just feel that feeling. And it's sort of nostalgic, lost love. And anybody that grew up coastal knows that feeling, I think. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, pulling from your inspiration of of your life experiences. I mean, and even that performance specifically, which I think is so inspiring. Do you have any performances that are standout performances that you can say, hey, this was one that I will never forget? You kind of rank it as maybe top 3 performances that you've ever had?
Yeah. So when I opened for Neil McCoy, he's a famous country singer. I'm sure you've all heard of him. Mm-hmm. That was insane. There was like 3,000 people in Ohio. And I was very nervous. Like I went for the stage and I was just like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, this is so hard. It's like the feeling you get when I was an athlete in track and field and they would like, here you go, like run the race. It's the same feeling. But once you're over that feeling and you're out there and the audience is starting to like mouth the words to your songs and they're like cheering for you, you just kind of get over it. But that was a great experience because after the show, my show, Neil was like, hey, Jenny Grace, isn't she great? And I was just like, what? Like a megastar like him is talking about me. So it was very like surreal,
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those pinch me moments, right? Like he knows my name, he's saying it. Wait, what?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal. He's a big star, and that was my first experience to feel like I was doing some big things in country.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. And I mean, how do you center yourself though? When you go out, you see 3,000 people who've never experienced that before, or any of the new experiences you keep having as an artist. How do you ground yourself and get you ready? Like, okay, I got this, let's go.
Yeah, good question. So I have a great team. My whole band is like totally like really good friends with me. I have family and everybody that supports me. But then I just focused, I'm like, God, this is what you want me to do. Like I pray. We all pray before every show, me and my band. And I just kind of bring that back. Like, why am I actually here? And it's like, I'm here because I have a mission to be a singer and God wants me to do this. And I'm supposed to inspire the people. So let's go.
Yeah, there you go. You just keep that mission alive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You even speak about this air of healing in your music. Do you have a specific song that you find has even healed yourself?
Yes. So the song Home that's going to be dropped on Friday talks about my experience when I had a spiritual experience meeting a twin flame. But it's really universal. It's like meeting a soulmate. You feel this feeling of home, but it can be like, I'm home when my dad picked me up from when I got home from overseas and he was at the airport. It's like, that's the feeling of home, that universal feeling. Or when, kids are adopted, it's like, here's this feeling of home. So that is a really healing song for me. And it talks about the unconditional love that you would feel for a person or anything. And also God, like there's some undertones of that. So that song is very healing. I hope that, you guys enjoy it when you hear it. So.
Oh my gosh, well, I'm so excited for it. I've heard little snippets of it and we do have a little clip of it. We are gonna play that, but you touched upon something really important there, that home is not sometimes just a location. Home can be a person, home can be a feeling, it can be a smell. How important was that to get that message across in the song?
Yeah, I mean, kind of just, I know people feel like that, and our world is so crazy right now. I mean, we've got so much terrible things happening, but who is it that makes you feel at home? Is it your husband? Is it your wife? Is it your child? Is it your dog? Like, those are the things we need to focus on with our lives. Where do we feel like we're at peace, and where do we feel like we're close to the spiritual world? I think that's what I tried to aim at when I wrote it.
Yeah, I mean, it is beautiful, guys. And here it is, Home, for you guys to check out, being released this Friday.
Didn't know someone in the world could be the other missing part of me. When I thought you didn't believe, baby, I had no reason to breathe. Now that so much time has passed, and I wonder, do you feel the same? I fill my life with friends and drafts, when the night goes dark, close my eyes and I'm home, home, home. Oh, you live inside my soul, and I'm home, home, home.
Wow.
Woo!
That was amazing. That was amazing.
That was amazing.
That was incredible. Wow. You know, the song is so beautifully composed. I am so curious as to know, what place did you put yourself in for the writing process? You know, is this something that it kind of comes to you? I've heard songwriters, they say this song came to me, as I was sleeping. I had to wake up out of my sleep and write it down. Mm-hmm. But for this one, what was the particular process for this one?
Yes, so I write and compose with some people sometimes, and there was a guy named Brian McKeever who lives in Long Island who sent me a very beautiful picking pattern that you heard in home, and he's like, hey, I just channeled this. I don't know what this is, but if you want to do anything with it, here you go. So I'm hearing the da-na-na, like that whole picking, and I'm like, okay, what can I do with this? And literally within like 2 hours, I sent him back a vocal melody and lyrics. And it was it. And he before he told me to do all that, he's like, hey, I'm going to call it home. And I was like, oh my God. And it was like all there. All the pieces were there from his composition. So that happens sometimes. I think like McCartney and those guys from Beatles wrote like that, where you'd have a composer and then you'd have Paul do like the vocal melody and the lyrics. So sometimes I write like that. And it's exciting when that stuff happens,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So it's kind of just like a variety how it comes together. And this felt like just the puzzle pieces fell, and then here's this beautiful creation.
Brian's not a hit writer either. And he just gave it to me, and he's got so much heart. And I feel like it was channeled, like we worked really hard the past 2 years prior to that. And it's like, wow, this is a gift, and we need to use this gift. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. You see that body of work come to life with, multiple creative minds just kind of coming together. Now, on that note, like, how do you measure success? Because, of course, you put out music that you're proud of, that you love, that created a spark. So is the success just from that, knowing you did something great? Is it from the feedback you get from people who hear it and tell you positive things about it? Or how do you measure success with your music?
Yeah, so I don't really like to think about success as like, a tier level or like linear. Like I just like to say, did I really try hard? Did I put all my effort into this? And is it from my heart? Am I doing it for the right reasons? And then I feel like I have succeeded if I can answer those questions and say yes. So.
Yeah, no, I think that's how you have to, right? That's how you have to be able to measure it.
Oh man, honestly, Jenny, you are amazing. You're such an incredible songwriter. I'm loving where you pull inspiration from and how you use your gift to affect people. I mean, we have so many more questions for you. We're going to go to commercial, and when we jump back in, we want to dive more into some of your other songs, some of the experiences that you've had, and of course your gift. Yeah. So stick with us, and we're going to go to commercial. Come right back. More with Jenny Grace.
Welcome back into the AM show. We are still joined by the incredibly talented Jenny Grace. Thank you, Jenny, for sticking with us because conversation is just flowing. Hello, welcome back. Yeah. And we've been chatting just a lot about your journey, everything from when you first picked up a guitar to your military experience, to your new single coming out on Friday. And we want to just continue to dive deeper into your catalog and just kind of understand the inspiration and the drive behind some of your big hits. And I wanted to talk about one of the singles that you say is very important to you because it was kind of a turning point in your career, opened up a lot of doors for you, and that's the song Driving with the Top Down. So tell us, we have a little bit of a clip of it, but before we get into that, tell us about the importance of this song and kind of the journey on where you're at now.
So it's actually funny because it's not all fun and games in the music industry. It's not all happy times. Unfortunately, that song is now owned by a label that will not let me release it and everything else. So my warning to all artists out there is don't sign anything unless you get a lawyer. I was super young. It's still a great song. But between you guys and me, this song, unfortunately, this is a product of, hey, we got your stuff and we're never going to do anything with it. So not to like bring negativity to your show, but I wanted to open, if any artists are listening, this is an eye-opening thing, right? So.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a super important conversation because, you're not the first artist to chat about that, how being young, signing a contract, you have no idea what you're doing, and then it's just hard for you to continue to grow. So you're
and I wanted to bring it up to everybody because the music industry has such a dark side too. It's not all, look at me, I'm famous, this is glamorous. There is dark and light everywhere. So this is my little thing for you guys.
Is to just kind of maybe, lawyer up, even if you're young and you think that everything looks okay. And do you wish that somebody maybe warned you about that when you first got into the Nashville music scene?
I wish, but it happens to so many people. And listen, we're hearing all about Justin Bieber now. We're hearing about so many people, and it's okay to talk about it now. That's why I'm talking about it. And I hope it's okay with y'all that I just wanted to bring that up because there's any artist listening. I need people to know about this,
No, I mean, that's huge. I mean, this is what we love to bring to our audience, and it's kind of peeling that onion back and looking behind the curtains of what actually goes down and what happens. So what do you think your biggest advice would be? Would it be if you're a singer-songwriter that you need to make sure that you're owning your own music? What is it specifically that you wish that you kind of had in that contract ahead of time, just so people are aware of that?
I mean, just not being young, dumb, and innocent, and going in with stars in your eyes. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. I actually even had to hire attorneys to get out of the deal. Oh, wow. And it's a great song. Driving to the Top Down is a great song. But I'll be honest with you, it's more of, hey, how do I break out into the industry and let me write a pop song? My stuff is really more like home. That's really authentic to me. But when you're young, I mean, I was very young when I wrote Driving to the Top Down. It was kind of a immature, but apparently it's a good song, and you guys said that you like it. So it's just, I had to tell the story about it. So I appreciate you letting me share that with y'all.
No, of course.
Yeah, I have one more question along those lines. I think what you're speaking into is you're identifying the fact that, music there's so many layers to the music industry. You have your creation side, and that's what we were touching on before. But then this other side is the business side, the music business. And specifically, my question is around masters. Are what we talking about in question is the ownership of masters? And if that's the case, can you speak into what that means so any artists who might be listening, how important it could be to be able to have ties to your masters?
Yes, that's very good insight. And I do own the master with that song, but what the guy actually did is even though I wrote the song, he was like, well, I want to own the publishing forever, even though you wrote the song. And it's just like, what? You're that song. But this is what happened to Taylor. I love Taylor, and don't remember his name, but remember when she had to redo all her album recently?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. It's the same principle. But unfortunately on my side, when someone says, oh, we're going to own all the publishing to Driving with the Top Down, there's nothing I can do. Even though he didn't write the song, it's like, well, I'm just going to own that from you. And I'm just going to, what? So it's unfortunate, but thank God it was only one song, right? I'm blessed for that. Because some people have whole images owned and whole, voices owned, and their Instagram is owned, and nobody can, and they've got a 360 deal, and they're just locked. So it was a good lesson. So.
Well, yeah, I think that's a great way to put a bow on it, is that, if you have to learn the lesson, at least it's just with one song, because you do have a slew of other songs. You have a big catalog. So let's get into some of those other songs that honestly have been huge hits. And one of those big hits, Lights of Our Hometown. This is a song you did with Danny McMahon, and it went #1 all the way on the UK iTunes charts. I mean, that is huge. So let's actually play a clip from that song, and then I want to get into all of it because it's very exciting.
You had me spinning round and round and round under the lights of our hometown. I'm living in the right here, right now.
So you come back around
Under the lights of our hometown. A drop tailgate is down to play. Under the lights of our hometown.
I can just see me in the audience there. There's, the old lighters up in the air, everyone waving it. I mean, this song was huge. It was also nominated for Single of the Year by British Country Music Association. I mean, what did this milestone mean to you?
Well, it's interesting that we bring this into the story because during the darkness of my time when I was with that label, I was so sad and I wanted to quit music in 2020.
Wow.
Yeah. And this guy, he messages me through Instagram and his name's Danny McMahon. And he's like, hey, I would like to, write a song with you and perform a song with you. I love your voice. And we went from there. And then, all these things happened in the months after. I went down to Nashville. I recorded the vocals on that song. And then all these things happened. And I was just like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't quit. Maybe, God wants me to keep doing this because why would these positive things happen? So that was like a light in a dark time.
That's amazing.
And he just found you on Instagram. I mean, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially in the midst of everything that was already going on, that connection being made.
Yes.
And so it hit number one on iTunes in the UK. My question, have you got a chance to head over to the UK to perform at all?
Yes, I actually was in London in July. I had a show and it's the first time I ever saw London. It was really, really cool. I mean, the people there, everybody is into the music scene there. I loved it. So.
Yeah, London's so fun. I was there last year. Yeah, it's great there. They do have a good music scene. Now, you talk about, you didn't know him. He just randomly messaged you, wanted to collab. Now, for anyone else who may, come to you with proposals to collab on, what do you look for in kind of a partner when you're kind of taking your music outside of just you solo performing it? What do you kind of look for with a collaboration?
Yes, I look for what kind of their reputation is in the music industry and what they're doing, what their mission is, because I want to be part of something that I can also identify with. I don't want to just do things for fame or whatever. I want to make sure that we align on our values and, our approach to music, so it kind of has to be aligned.
Yeah. And are there any collabs that dream collabs either in country or any other genre that you're like, hey, if I could check this off, that would be huge?
Well, of course, I'm from Connecticut, so I would love, of course, if Mr. John Mayer would like to do a duet with me, but, we'll see. I love his music. He's so classic. He's such a classic writer, so.
Oh, he's so good. We were just talking about John Mayer yesterday, actually, because he was at the Zach Bryan concert out in Michigan. So we were just checking him ripping on the guitar. I could see you guys doing something good together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
That's awesome. Now, in terms of along the lines of your collaborations, I mean, what is that writing process like? Because now you mentioned before it's all about alignment and there's different type of creation styles and things like that. So, what do your typical collaborations look like?
So when I'm in the studio, I'll bring my songs, kind of like in a demo status, and then we'll talk about direction, like where do we want to go? So this new song I wrote called Baby Mama Drama.
Okay.
I love it.
It's coming out soon, so look out for that. We kind of went in not knowing what we wanted to do. It was very pop country, but then we kind of had a Dierks Bentley feel. What was I thinking sort of vibe. And so we went in there. I've got pedal steel on it. I've got fiddles. So it's very classic country, more like Zach Top style. So it's going to be great. And, that's what I want. When I collab with people, we really have to talk it out and we have to kind of vibe together.
Yeah.
So.
And I love that. Just the way you were describing that sound, I can hear it now. And you're able to kind of just hop a little bit genre to genre, but also make it just sound like Jenny Grace, which I think is amazing. That's kind of rare to be able to do that while also keeping your own sound present.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think that's awesome there. Now, another song you've had a lot of success with that recently just came out is X Factor. Guys, it is absolutely fantastic. So I want to give it a listen to our audience and we'll chat a little bit about it. So let's check out X Factor.
What it takes to make it, or is it a matter of time before we break it? Are we late nights till the sunrise once in a lifetime? If it's wrong, it feels right. Do we make up? If we break up, will we hate love and just say goodbye? Do we have that thing that everybody's after? Do we have that? Do we have that? Do we have that X
I was just telling Z, I've listened to this multiple times in preparing for this. There's something about this song that it was just like, it kept coming into my head. I kept hearing it in my head even when the music was off. I mean, what was the inspiration behind the song? What's the feedback been like?
Oh, and people love it
Yeah.
because it's got so many elements in there. I mean, you've got the R&B when I drop to low notes, and then you've got the pop elements, and then you've got the country with the banjo. So you've got like that myriad of a sound that I think is radio friendly. And I didn't write this song. This was given to me by a publisher in town. So actually some pretty hit writers wrote this song in town, and I love it. I think it's a great song. So
this is awesome.
Well, you brought it to life in a beautiful way, so yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And also in the composition of this one, is this? Are we hearing your band that you work with creating the production in the background?
Yeah, so it was the band that I work with my producer, who they are like CMA awardees. I mean, they are very good musicians, and they're always at his studio. So they worked on this record.
Amazing.
Amazing. We got a good group of folks there, and we spoke about you have Home coming out in just a couple days. So what can we expect next? Home's coming out in a few days. You said Baby Mama Drama may be coming out. Are you going to be touring? Where can people kind of see you live?
Right. So last night I was at a writer's round downtown Nashville. It's called Rebel Rouser, and I'm at another one next week on Tuesday called Undiscovered Nashville, and I'll be playing my acoustic downtown. And then I have a show October 31st in Tennessee. It's a Halloween show. And then I have my Christmas show at the Majestic Theater in Pennsylvania. We're raising money for a bunch of different hospitals in the area. So if you like Christmas and you like country, come to my country Christmas show at the Majestic Theater in Pennsylvania, December 13th.
Oh,
So
man.
exciting.
That is
Yay.
amazing, amazing. Jenny, well, listen, we both love Christmas, so listen, if we pop up and we're screaming in the background, listen, don't be surprised, all right? But
It'll be on YouTube too if you guys can't make it. It is pretty
cool.
far out in PA, but yeah,
Okay.
it'll be on YouTube.
All right.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, we can't thank you enough for coming and hanging out with us, giving us your background and sharing your music and allowing us to dive into your creative process. You gotta come back and join us, as things continue to bubble and you continue to write more songs. But thank you again.
Thank you so much. And I want to give a shout out to James Norkowicz from Connecticut, who actually hooked me up with you guys. So thank you, James.
There you
Of
go.
course.
Love James. James is awesome. Yes.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, Jenny, so
Yes.
much. Guys, you can follow Jenny. Check her out. All the socials are below right there. We'll definitely keep watching your journey.
Yes.
All right, y'all. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we are just getting started with the AM show. There's lots to cover. I think we'll do some daily hot action. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll be right back.
What it takes.